Very excited to talk to our next guest. He is going to be on the broadcast group for All Elite Wrestling, which is coming down here to the James L. Knight Center coming up on July 7th for Wednesday Night Dynamite. It's Paul Wight joining us here on the program. Paul, thanks for doing this, man. It's been a long time, but it's great to have you back on the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. I love your Miami eclectic art you have back there. It's nice.
Hey man,
Nice.
if I had to do a show at home for 18 months, and it's finally I'm going to be out of here pretty soon, but I was like, yeah, I might as well make it look home team, you know?
I dig it. I dig it. It's amazing how much we've all gotten through in the past 18 months, huh?
Yeah,
It's been crazy.
It's been wild, man. Was it scary for you at all? Jump into a new promotion like they look like top notch. We had Jim Rawson when All Elite first launched, and I remember how how passionate he was about it and how much he was excited about it. But with you being with the company for so long, were you excited or a little bit scared jumping into something so new?
Excited. I just saw opportunity galore. Even before I made the transition to AEW, I saw the stuff that Jericho and Cody and Dustin were doing, and saw the stuff they were doing with Kenny Omega and the crowds they were pulling, and just that energy and that vibe was something different than WWE. And I thought it was a good thing because you want diversity for the industry. You want the industry to do well. If everybody served the same thing every time, it does become stale. No matter how good the product is, you need diversity. You need different options, and I think that's one thing that AEW does is give something different to WWE. It's better for the fans.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I like the Jaguars, and I like the Khan family. They seem like really like just a cool
They're
group.
cool, man. I'm telling you, it's a whole nother level of cool, man. It's a different. I've used to interacting with one guy for so many years who is brilliant in his own way. Vince was brilliant, had his way of doing things. And there's certain things like you didn't cough or sneeze around Vince. Like you had some things that you learned. And I could tell looking at Vince on some days that today's not the day to bother him. You know what I mean? Some people never learn to navigate that rule. But with Tony, it's different. This guy runs up and hugs you and is excited and he's passionate and thanks you for everything you do and gives you like complete creative control on everything you do. There's not one thing that I do in AEW that's micromanaged at all. It's unbelievable. It's a completely different side of the coin.
What did you want to do when you dove into something new? Like, what were the things that you thought, man, I really want to bring this new element for people to see this side of me?
Well, I wanted to continue to compete. I still want to be in the ring, and I want to do color commentating, and I want to be somewhere where I could make more of an impact. And to me, AEW offered all of that. Tony was super excited about me doing commentating. I think he had a little bit more faith in me doing it than I did. I was like interested in it. Like I thought, maybe I can be good at it. We still got a long ways to go, but we're having a lot of fun with it. We're learning. I got a great partner in Tony Schiavone. I got great resources around me and Jim Ross and Excalibur and Taz, who always, Taz has been a really good supporter of mine for the commentating. He gives me little tidbits here and there. It's great. It's been really nice to explore that side of what the future holds. And then now, for me, it was the best thing to do to understand the AEW product is to watch it from a commentating standpoint, because I've gotten to learn the talent. I understand the ebb and flow, and I also understand where I can contribute and help the most. So I'm excited to lace up my boots here pretty soon and get in the ring and have some fun.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna see that pretty soon too.
Yeah, that was the whole thing for me going to AEW is I wanted to compete. I didn't want to be, used once or twice a year to basically just sit on the shelf and rot. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not hurt. I'm not injured. There's no reason for me to be sitting on the bench whatsoever. I can still do everything I need to do as a Giant and still contribute and still teach in the ring. I think that's where I do my best work, is actually getting in the ring with guys and working with them and feeling their timing in the ring. And then afterwards I can sit down and explain to them, because you can watch stuff and it's hard to really make it sink in somebody's head unless you can correct them in the moment or help them in the moment. Even when they do something good, like, hey, you feel that? You're doing it right. You know what I mean? So they understand what they're grabbing. To me, I prefer to do it in the ring.
And I remember when you first came in studio with us a few years back, like you were really getting into the fitness stuff. Like you really like were
Right.
transforming your body. So like was that part of the reason? Like you felt probably in maybe some of the best shape you've been in a long time, and you want to see what that was like. Is that part of the reason for that?
It was part of just making that overall change. For a long time, I really didn't give a crap about it. And I got into a little bit of a discussion. John Cena is one of my very dear friends. I know most people won't believe it, but he is. He won't admit it, but he is my damn friend. Um, we got into a discussion one day about just body types and bodybuilding. And when I made a joke, I was like, well, who'd want to see a giant with abs? And John looked at me in only the way that John Cena can look at someone. He goes, yeah, who would want to see that? And he got up and walked off, and he made me so mad I almost punched him in the back of the head. Like I was so, like, you know, when your friend like just really challenges you and just throws like a punk card on the ground and says, yeah, okay, I bet you can't do this. Oh, you just watch me. So then I went all crazy and started dieting and training and biking, and worked with a great guy in Miami there, a guy by the name of Dodd Romero. And Dodd's worked with Lenny Kravitz and Denzel and A-Rod and J-Lo. So I was in pretty good company for these historic 30-mile bike rides out in the middle of Miami and Turkey Creek Power Plant, all these different places. So the weight came off, and I learned how to lifestyle change. It's just basically changing what I ate. It made a difference.
So you guys are coming down here July 7th, James and I. Home game for you because you get to
Home
be
game.
in 10. That's got to be pretty awesome. Why did you guys? Do you know why Miami was chosen as the first place? Because you guys are finally going, back out on the road for these types of things, and the fans can interact with you guys again.
That's probably just above my pay grade a little bit. I don't know how they booked it like that. Just conveniently, it worked out. It's one of those kind of things when it drops in your favor, you don't really ask questions as to why. You just kind of go, okay, that's a great place to start. I like that. So, but yeah, I'm excited the fact that we get in front of the live crowds again. We'll start touring again. I think it's going to help a lot of our younger talent. For the past, months, we've been able to work and put a product on TV, but the audience has been very limited as far as being able to have them participate. And the audience is so key for the younger talent learning who they are as a character and developing. So I think the live crowds, you're just going to see AEW continue to grow and get better and better. So I'm definitely looking forward to it,
What's in Jacksonville, like what's the most you guys have been able to do so far? Because I was at UFC up in Jacksonville when they like returned to full capacity, and it was wild, man. Like being in like events when there's nobody there, and then going to 20,000. Like I know you've been in front of the biggest crowds, but it's gonna probably feel like 100,000 just having a few thousand there is nuts.
Well, we've had some dynamites and some pay-per-views. We've had, I think capacity at daily is like somewhere around 6,000. So we've had a full crowd, which is exciting because you feed off in that energy. You really feel that energy. So I can't imagine getting back into some of the places where we're going to be going. We can hold, 9,000, 10,000 people, and they're all around us. It's not like a stage situation. You're in the middle of the crowd. You feel that energy. That's why we do it, man. That's why I still do it. I still get goosebumps walking down that ramp every time. I get the butterflies in my stomach. If I ever lose the butterflies, that's probably when I quit lacing up the boots. So after 4 decades, I still get them. So I still love it.
Are you still into the? Are you still hanging into the Dolphins at all? Are you into? I know you had a thing with Adam Gase. You had a good relationship.
Yeah, Coach Gase and I were really good friends. So it's made it a little bit awkward, I think, to come hang around the Dolphins again. I'm still a big supporter of them. I'm still a big fan of Dan Marino. He's always been one of my all-time favorites. But the medical staff that take care of the Dolphins, the Dr. Swartzen and Dr. Uribe, those are the guys that take care of me as well. So I still will always have that Dolphin connection. We have the same doctors making sure we stay mobile and agile.
Well, listen, if Tua looks like the real deal, you just hop on the bandwagon, man. We know, like you'll always be like, I was there the whole time. Don't worry about it.
Hey, man, I was like a Dolphins fan. It was like me and Johnny Depp were the only 2 Dolphins fans. So I think I think it's okay. But I am really hoping that Tua does a good thing and applies all that experience that he got at Alabama and his talent and everything comes together. And Miami deserves to have a good team. We've been through a lot as a team and as a city for, how many years of the struggles from football, but they definitely deserve to have a good run. So fingers crossed.
Well, I'm pretty sure if Coach Flores, like if you put out the bat signal, I'm pretty sure he seems like a cool guy. Like he'd be into having you there.
from everything that I've heard, he's an incredible coach. A lot of people really dig him. I just I haven't made that venture. I've been focusing on the new job and the new career. So we'll see if I get to get down and catch some Dolphin games. I'm sure I will. That's inevitable. I'm going to have to.
Awesome, man. Well, Paul Wight, go check him out. All Elite Wrestling is coming to the James L. Knight Center on July 7th. Get your tickets now, allelitewrestling.com. You guys can go check it out there under the events. Get your tickets there. Looks like it's going to be a hell of a show, man. It's going to be great that you guys are back out on the road, and thank you for always being generous with your time with us. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. I'm getting to get a chance to come out and check it out. It's going to be one hell of a show.
I plan on it, man. I plan on it. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Who's that in the background?
That
with the no, the other one to your right, over your right shoulder, the green. Yes, who's that?
That is a listener made that for me because I have a parody character, Macho Marlins Man, who is a Macho Man character who is just obsessed with the Marlins.
That's funny.
So somebody,
That's funny.
So somebody just painted. But like, I'll go out to games and like with a terrible wig on, and people will just be like, you know, just doing Marlins. I'll like hand out Slim Jims to people. So yeah, somebody sent that to me in the mail one day.
Yeah, I knew Randy really well. That's why I was laughing. Randy was a fun dude. He used to tell me all the time, he says, "Don't run with the Joneses. Your credit card in your wallet. Let Hogan pay." That was his thing. It was always let Hogan pay. That was it. Because I would try to, when I was hanging out with three of them, I'd try to buy lunch every now and then or something, you know, because I didn't want to feel like a tag along.
Right.
And Randy would always make me put my credit card away and let Hogan pay.
That's
that was
cool.
his thing. He didn't reach in his wallet either.